First of all, yesterday was the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. This entire year is represented by the games we received on this day. These games are going to be Pokemon's greatest creations for that reason, and it all starts with this trailer. Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, coming out near the end of 2016. Now, you guys may not know, but this answers the long-awaited question. This pentagon. A Pokemon with this pentagon confirms that the Pokemon is 100% legal. Only 6 games can produce Pokemon with this pentagon. X and Y, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and 2 unknown games. Pokemon Sun and Moon are those games. But let's step back a minute and take a proper look at the teaser for Pokemon Sun and Moon. And hell yes, it teases exactly what it should.
(1996, 1999, 2002, 2006, 2010, 2013, and in 2016. It all comes together in an all-new Pokémon adventure.
I don't know about you, but this is exactly what I was hoping would be in this trailer. And for all of you disappointed, y'all better remember what we went through during the ORAS hype train. This was teased. Nothing, just the titles and the game covers. Then they hinted that in 3 days they'd reveal gameplay, and then this is what we got. Bathing Groudon. These are the 4 words you're supposed to say after a teaser. Oh, shit, that's it? So yeah, if you're unsatisfied with that teaser trailer, that's exactly how Pokemon wants you to feel. But even if it's a teaser, it still hints at just the right things to get us all hyped for the next generation. Yeah, this is a new generation. The post on the official Pokemon site hypes up the games to have a new world, new Pokemon, and new adventures to discover. This means a new region, a brand new wave of Pokemon, and a new storyline that ties it all up. Now, while it doesn't point enough fingers to say this is what I feel in these games. The Johto feeling. Red, Blue, and Yellow came out introducing the first generation of Pokemon. The anime hinted at there being more Pokemon Ash didn't know about, which linked us to Gold, Silver, and Crystal, the second generation of Pokemon. Not only are these Pokemon games sequels, but their entire generation is a sequel. And that's exactly what I see in Pokemon Sun and Moon. The Gen 7 that continues the story of Gen 6. I also think that's what they mean with new adventures to discover. It's not just one new adventure like they said for ORAS and other games. It's many adventures, like a Johto-like adventure in the post-game. So anyway, the main part of this trailer is when they show us glimpses of Game Freak working on these new games. Things like this, and this are revealed. The first one is this. It's a brand new Pokemon. At first, people were comparing it to Fletchling, but no, this is likely the local bird type of this region. Here's a few fan renditions of the new Pokemon. It looks like a hummingbird Pokemon. Some fans are speculating that it looks like a red-crested cardian, a bird found in Hawaii, and for that reason, it's thought that the next region could take place in Hawaii. Remember Vivillon? A bug species that looks different depending on where it's located. Out of all the different Vivillon patterns in the world, this one is literally a Sun and Moon Vivillon, and its exclusive region is Hawaii. It's even shown being traded in the trailer, and for that reason, Hawaii makes the most sense. But here's another thought. The reason this new bird Pokemon looks like a red-crested cardinal goes deeper than this bird. You see these birds, they're all in a division of birds known as Paroria. These birds are not native to Hawaii. While some of these birds like the red-crested cardinal is found in Hawaii, every single Paroria is found and native to the land of Brazil, specifically in the Amazonas. Hawaii or Brazil, the next Pokemon games have to be taking place in one of those regions, and the mere thought of that just brings up so many possibilities. The next major things revealed in this trailer are these. They're beta models for Pokemon Sun and Moon. The new Pokemon Center, as you'll see when you're visiting a town, you can even see the interior over here on the left. And all this is even more 3D interiors. This is how the area will look like in 3D. Consider them screenshots already. But it's cool though. The way these 3D screenshots look, it almost feels like a more advanced overworld. Like they're stepping up how things will look like as you travel through the overworld. Could Pokemon follow us again, but in 3D? There's also beta artwork for cars and trainers traveling in them with their Pokemon. I really don't know what it all means, but there's a Blastoise in the trunk and it has confidential written everywhere. Oh, hey, it's a Pokemon ambulance. The modern fuel X and Y gave us with these cars, this game is continuing it. Like this Pokemon ambulance, it probably travels around, and when you find one and talk to it, Nurse Joy will heal your Pokemon. And whoa, look at that, it's freaking Shauna. A Furfrou, Wobbuffet, and Machoke? I know Shauna had a Furfrou that she lost. Maybe that is Shauna. If it is, this alone hints at how Pokemon Sun and Moon are connected to Pokemon X and Y. And whoa, is that a second Pico? Wonder if Mr. Briny has anything to do with helping you get around this region. Especially if it is Hawaii. This is the last thing teased in the trailer. The fact that Masuda uses Windows 10. No, but these are all close to the screenshots of Pokemon Sun and Moon. This looks like an area where you can check up on your car. Wait, never mind, there's a slacking on top. This looks like the inside of a building. It's super close to X and Y's graphics, but like I said, it's feeling a little more advanced than usual. This, though, is one of the more important images. When you look at these trainers, these graphics start to look more like Pokemon XD graphics. Maybe it's just the beta image, but if this is how the graphics look like in Sun and Moon, I can totally see Pokemon following you. But the real importance in this image is elsewhere. Check out how tropical and fresh this atmosphere looks. You've got a horsey water statue, tropical trees, and a bright blue sky. It goes back to this region being based off Hawaii or Brazil. Aside from the fact that that looks like Serena and that looks like Red, this building looks like a water Pokemon related palace. Maybe it's a bigger building that has more areas like a mart and a gym in it. In the trailer, they show off all previous generations, including the main legendaries and the champions, and say it all comes together in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Because of that, people are speculating things as far as you visiting multiple regions in the game. While I do feel like Kalos will play a part in these next games, I feel like that specific detail has something to do with being able to find all 800 Pokemon just within Pokemon Sun and Moon. You guys may not know this, but there is a rumor going around a few weeks ago about a possible Pokemon Rainbow. That wasn't a rumor. Thanks to the webmaster at PokeBeach, it's confirmed that Pokemon Rainbow is the code name for the Pokemon Sun and Moon project. Rainbow, containing all 7 colors as if represented by each region, is what Pokemon Sun and Moon is about. It doesn't make sense for you to be visiting each region, but it does make sense to be able to find every Pokemon in each generation. And last is about Pokebank. You guys know how Pokebank works. You can deposit up to 3,000 Pokemon and transfer them to another Pokemon game. But here's something odd. Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow were released to the 3DS Virtual Console. They're slightly modified to patch game-breaking bugs, but they also open up a new feature, syncing those Gen 1 classic games with Pokebank. For some reason, the 3DS virtual version of Red, Blue, and Yellow is compatible with Pokebank. But for the same reason, the only Pokemon game that can accept Pokemon from those games is Sun and Moon. Exactly. Auras and X and Y are incompatible with those Pokemon. But just now, why would they do that? It's almost like there's a secret event that you can only unlock in Sun and Moon by doing that. Whoa! But that is everything we know about Pokemon Sun and Moon. Okay, yeah, I left something out, but that's the cover all alone in its own video. I want to leave you guys with an open question. What are you hoping to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon? Whatever comes to mind, just leave it in the comments below. Like I said, there's a more important video on Pokemon Sun and Moon coming out soon, so be sure to look forward to that. And as always, I'll see you all on the next shoot. Jeez, my nose.